folks, one of the most anticipated matchups of the entire regular season. Two national championship contenders, each ranked in the top 5. Which side can step up and deliver on this big stage? Welcome to the home of the Big Orange Nation. Massive Neyland Stadium, home field of the Tennessee Volunteers. We'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here with Kirk Hermstreet. Let's get this thing underway. Volunteers will kick this deep to begin the game. And he'll lead the kickoff right there to start from the 25. It's Barnes. Catch hauled in here over the middle. Kirk, both sides told us they knew this is going to be a challenge, the biggest test they've had so far this season. Good to see this matchup get off to a good start. Bodes well.
Chris, I'm just excited to see how this game's going to unfold. Both of these teams are going to be so fired up throughout the entire game. I think it's going to be a true test of wills between two teams that have performed as they're destined to be in that postseason at the end of the year.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down.
That's what you like to see early in this game, especially on the road. Chunk plays like this really have a big impact on a game, especially when you're on the road, hostile environment, imposing your will on the defense on the first drive of the game.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play? Off the play fake, looking to throw. Fires it on the move. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down. Second and 10 now from the 48 after that incompletion. Quarterback will throw this out of the RPO. He is a load to bring down. Finally, a strong tackle by the quarterback gets him.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get into the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback, and he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
That's enough to move the sticks and give him a first down at the 41. This traditional SEC clash goes back to 1901, almost always on the third Saturday in October. And Vols fans, glad, Kirk, that the post-Nick Saban era has begun in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, I mean, think about that. Coach Saban, I think he lost one time. I think he was 16-1 against Tennessee as the head coach there. And going back to the 90s and early 2000s, Tennessee used to dominate the series. So back and forth it goes, and we'll see who can win this one today. Third Saturday in October. Always a fun Saturday. Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Quick throw by the quarterback off the RPO. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Scanning the field, it's Barnes. Looking to scramble. And they chase him down outside the pocket for a sack.
It just looked like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a bit long that time, allowed the defense to be able to get the pressure, and they come up with the first sack of the game.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. On third down, he drops to throw. Can't hold on. Good defensive play, brings up a fourth down.
Well, they decide to throw the ball here on third down and short. I really thought the easy thing is just run the quarterback or hand it off, pick up the first down, keep this drive alive, and get 6 points on the board.
So looks like they'll bring the field goal unit onto the field. Oh, and he's off target. It's no good. With that miss, the score remains the same.
Man, I thought he hit that pretty clean. Good hold by the holder. Everything looked to be the way you'd like as a kicker. He just misses it. The ball trailed on him and ends up hitting the upright.
Handoff here from the shotgun. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
The game makes it second and medium. Receiver in motion now. Grab behind the line. It's Thomas. Breaks loose at the 45. And runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Little eye candy here from the offense. Some pre-snap motion. From the shotgun now. Here's a handoff inside. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, the play is just blown up by the big fella in the middle, Kirk, showing some quickness for his size.
Yeah, we know about his power, but how about his ability to penetrate there? And that's the quickest way to blow up a run game is that interior penetration. If you're able to break through the middle of that offensive line, then you can create a lot of havoc in the middle.
Well, they test the middle there, but yet nothing. Talk about quickness. That play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
And this will be fair caught at the 15. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line.
Well, I know people want to talk about the spread, and Alabama's offense has changed over the years, but at the end of the day, for this coaching staff, it still comes down to the line of scrimmage and the ability to pound the rock. Think about the backs they've had in recent years. Mark Ingram and Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry, Jahmyr Gibbs most recently. This is an offense that still wants to control things up front and beat you down.
And they'll go right back to him on first down. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Good pass. Here comes a jet sweep. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
And that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. When offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and creates some vertical seams for big plays.
Offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Scanning the field. It's Barnes. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first. Getting set for the second quarter here. Both offenses searching for a spark. They didn't do much in the first quarter at all. Getting set here now for the second period. Both offenses looking for some efficiency, for a spark after that opening quarter. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. And there's the handoff. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So second and 6.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Looking for a receiver. QB to the tight end for a completion. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Important third down play coming up after that completion. Design quarterback run. He breaks free. Slides to avoid the big hit.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
Alabama getting set for the 1st and 10 now. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He escapes the pocket. And the pass will fall incomplete on the scrambles now. Good coverage there.
Talked to the defensive coordinator, Chris, before the game about how they work a lot on the scramble drill this week just to be able to contain him. The coach has to be pleased with how they performed on that play.
Second down after the incompletion. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They finally bring him down, but the offense set up now. First down from the 15.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
Alabama has now moved into the red zone. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. On first down, why not keep it on the ground? And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back that has given this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down. a field goal attempt. To the air, it's Barnes. Looking to the end zone, and it's incomplete, very near the goal line.
Well, they've had a great rhythm throughout this drive, over 70 yards on the drive, but now an incompletion, and it brings up a big fourth down to see if they can keep this going.
Coach electing to go for a field goal attempt. This will be a chip shot from 25 yards out. And it's good, right down the middle. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 23, brought it out, tried to make a play, but good coverage that time. And Tennessee's high-powered offense is back out on the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Fights off a defender. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Gets out of bounds after a solid gain.
Well, the defense better start adjusting, realizing the RPO is coming at them. Feels like they're just sitting back, worried about the potential big play through the air. Meanwhile, this offense is running the ball right down their throat.
They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
2 backs now flanking the quarterback. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Running out of time in the pocket. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Boy, this one's on the offensive line, Chris. They've got to do a better job of protecting the franchise quarterback. This guy's as good as there is in the country, and they're letting this pressure get to their quarterback. You either get the ball out faster, or the offensive line's got to do a better job of taking care of their guy.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. The receiver grabs it.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that end route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
So no long field goal attempt. The offense is on the field to go for it on 4th down. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Lets it fly out of the wideout. The ball is picked off. Breaks into the open. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Love to see defensive backs who are able to locate the football and break on the ball and be able to go up and make a clean interception. Great play here.
So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Breaking free at midfield. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We'll see if the offense here can build on this lead before the break. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. And here's the handoff. He picks up 9, so just short of the 1st down, 2nd and 1.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear a defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
And moving the receiver now before the snap. Caught behind the line. It's Woods. They Bring him down to the 25. They're moving closer and closer to the red zone.
Well, this is called settling down in his zone defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
Looking to throw. It's Barnes. The pass is intercepted. Look out, he's in the clear. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive and ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
So the first play of the drive here coming up, less than 2 minutes left on the clock. And looking to throw now on first down. Here's a screen pass to the running back. And they'll bring him down. The defense fought through the blocks, and they stop him short of the first down.
You can see what the offense is trying to do here with this screenplay, but they avoid disaster by at least getting a few positive yards. The defense doing a great job of anticipating the screen here.
Grab behind the line. It's Thomas. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Fires it to the wideout. Catch made in space. Look out. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice game there.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
He'll be smothered right at the line for no gain. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Looking right, this one caught. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Well, that's exactly what you need to do as a receiver in these kind of situations near the end of the half. Get some positive yards, but also stopping the clock is just as important.
Looking to throw it from the red zone. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. He goes down, but they'll have a chance here now just before halftime.
Well, that's now 2 interceptions for this quarterback, and we're only in the first half. This is the exact start this defense was hoping for to create a ton of momentum.
Change of direction. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. Time ticking away. Time for just 1 more play before halftime. Looking to throw. It's Barnes. Short connection to the tight end here.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
Pass complete and second down now. And he'll set up to throw. Looking for a man deep down the middle. And it's incomplete. Trying for a big play there as time runs out in the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Alabama will kick it off to start the second half. Was he on the end line? Apparently not. He's bringing it out. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And Tennessee's offense back out on the field now. They were sluggish possession. The first half almost completely shut down. Let's see if they can find a spark now coming out of the break. Quick throw to the left. Fighting off the defender. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
Looks toward the sideline, finds the running back. He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a first down.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Looking to throw it on first down. Looking for his big tight end. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now. As the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this. I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Second down after that previous play. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. Can he get there on the ground? That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. Fourth down now.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
One team stays on the sideline. Offense going for it on fourth down. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
That's what you love to see from the quarterback. Recognizing the receiver is past the marker, and a good job by the receiver to know where he needed to go to get that first down.
Still looking for that elusive touchdown, but finally this offense is moving. First down and 10. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. They make the stop, but not before he gains the first down. The screenplay works.
Well, that was a beautifully executed screen right here by this offense. They let the rushers get upfield, completely oblivious that the blockers are getting out in front and getting downfield. Put the ball right on the back. Let him have all that space and an escape.
He cannot escape. It's a sack.
So the first snap in the red zone, and this defense, I'll tell you what, they are up for the challenge. A big sack that could really lessen the damage on this drive.
The offensive line will have to regroup after the sack. It's 2nd and 13. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Catch made on the left side. Touchdown, Tennessee. And that will give them the lead now. But they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and he reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. the RPO. They bring him down, but it's a big gainer for the 47.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. They finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 25.
A nice throw and a great catch by another Alabama wide receiver. And that's really where we are anymore with Alabama. You just come to expect great receivers like this. You think back in recent years to Amari Cooper and Jerry Jeudy, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith. The list goes on and on. Boy, they've got some great-looking receivers on this squad.
Nowhere to run up the middle. Second down after that run on the previous play. To throw, it's Barnes. Running back has it on the screen now. Defense flies in. They make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
You know, he had nobody open downfield because of great coverage there by this defense. But what I love to see is how they run to the ball. He checks it down, and this guy's got nowhere to go. It's a big loss.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and very long. Moves out of the pocket. And he'll heave the ball deep down that right side. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now. And they will try out the field goal team here. Oh, and he missed it. The kick is no good. And it's still a 4-point margin after the miss.
Well, that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. Poor kicker.
Here's the first play of the drive. They're set up at the 31. Now we run a draw play. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 36.
The draw is a good way to keep the defensive line in check and use their aggressiveness against them. It can be real effective, even in passing situations, if you mix it in correctly.
That now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Quick throw over the middle. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. Brought down at the 18 and suddenly this offense is in the red zone.
Chris, that's just perfect execution here by the offense. Quarterback does a nice job getting back, putting the ball out where the receiver can make a play on it. Nothing you can do as a defender.
This offense shows its explosive ability. One huge play. They're set up just inside the red zone now. And they'll run it out of the shotgun.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Handoff from the shotgun. And that run produces a decent gain.
Hey, nice RPO here by the offense. Defense is going to sit back, make it easy on the quarterback, hand it off up the middle. Nice solid game. Stay ahead of the chains.
Offense facing a third down now. They can still get a first down without scoring. And third and short to hand the ball off. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker. And as we take a break to flip ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the current national rankings. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. So on fourth down, here comes a crucial field goal attempt. Makes it look easy.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. Comes the Alabama offense onto the field. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. He hands it off from the gun. He's past the marker and still going. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Here's the second down play. To throw, it's Barnes. Quick throw, caught over the middle. They bring him down after a short gain there.
Well, fourth quarter down by a couple of scores. This offense doing everything they can to not just score points, but do it in a hurry, trying to preserve the clock. Here, they're tackled in bounds. They don't pick up a first down. Good job with this defense to keep that clock moving.
Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the first down. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up fourth down. The offense still on the field. Looks like they're going to go for it. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. Flips it to the running back. Can he make the first down? Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
That's a pretty good job here by the defense, really, on this fourth down. They took away all his intended receivers. He just checks that down as a last-ditch effort. Give credit to the back for picking up that first down.
They continue to march toward a game-tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback looking to scramble. They finally make the tackle, but solid gain sets him up first down at the 33.
Well, there it is. Finally, an opportunity to see what this guy can do with his legs. I think that's his best carry of the day, and it's off of a scramble. Something to keep in mind for him as he gets down to the end of this game. Maybe his legs could be the difference.
Alabama getting set for the 1st and 10 coming up. Oh, look at the quick cut. Tackle finally made down at the 13-yard line.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. But when teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
He's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back. So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Direct snap to the back. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Bama.
Boy, Chris, how about the blocking on this touchdown run? The effort and execution combined with the vision of the running back, everything just working in concert together.
Extra point is up and good, and we're now tied here in the fourth quarter. Try to make a play from deep in his end zone. Tackle at the 13. Now great field position to start the drive. And the Volunteers' powerful offense back out in the field. The last possession, they had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Can they find the end zone this time out? Receiver makes the catch. Tough running that breaks a tackle, picks up the first down. That'll put him over 150 yards today, Kirk. He is putting on a show on this big stage.
How great is this? On this stage, as you mentioned, Chris, just playing his best game. He's been in sync with his receivers. Back there, has time to throw. Just having a dream performance.
From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Now it's second down here. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Caught in the backfield. It's Thomas. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Here we go, a crucial 3rd and 1 late in this game. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Tries it with throw. And gaining enough for a fresh set of downs. Spotted at the 48.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, especially on 3rd down. Get him the ball.
Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. Offense getting set. It's second down. Send the back in motion. Looking to pass here on second down. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down.
Now that's going to bring up a critical 3rd down here as we're late into this football game in a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control of this huddle, make sure everybody's on the same page. You have multiple plays that you could go to, whether it's a run or a pass, but you've got to come up with a first down.
After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. On the move now. Looking deep down the left side. Touchdown, Volunteers. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
That is just an outstanding job by this quarterback with the game on the line. He finds the matchup with his go-to receiver, makes a perfect throw here to the receiver, and they score late to take the lead.
PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. The first play of the drive now from the 25. Back to throw. It's Barnes. That pass is hauled in over the middle.
Man, give the defense a lot of credit. You're taking away the elite receiver, that primary target, forces the quarterback to find a second or third option. He gets positive yards, but anytime you can take away the big play late in the game, it's going to help you be able to secure victory.
That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
Trying to get the throw off.
Well, the pass rush does a good job of chasing him out of the pocket. He's trying to buy some time looking downfield, but he better be careful being too patient. He gets hit as he throws this football, and it falls incomplete.
Tight game. Final 2 minutes. Can the offense make a play here? And they desperately need it. It's a shotgun run call. The pickup is 6 yards, so 3rd down and 4 down.
I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect 3rd down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Looks like Alabama will have the first down.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you got a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. He's brought down quickly, but that takeaway is a huge play for this defense.
Well, that defender deserves the game ball for that game-sealing play. Now, all there is to do is run out the clock and walk out of here with a W.
And now the first play of the drive. They'll begin at the 38. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. And the Volunteers expect to be able to run the clock out here in the final minute for the W. It's a fumble. The defense scoops it up. They bring him down, but a heads-up play to scoop up the fumble and make first down yardage.
Oh, what a play by this defense. Trailing in the second half. Really, the only way you can get back into this game is create. Ball's on the ground, they pounce on it, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
Using that challenge, a smart move by the head coach as the officials overturn the previous ruling on the field. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. There's the snap, and he just takes a knee. Well, when you're a team that comes in, Kirk, with great expectations, big goals at the end, you're going to get tested. They were tested here today by another ranked team. I was impressed how they responded.
Chris, there's no doubt about it. I think the thing that really stood out to me is the way they played for 4 quarters, just dominating football. And this is a team that's had to deal with being kind of the hunted, the team that knows that every single week teams want to bring them down. They took on a very talented team today and just dominated them.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.